Hello everyone, welcome to Book Club Preview. I'm Michael, and today we're looking at Mr. Fox, Fantastic Mr. Fox, chapter 15 and 16. So, in this chapter, chapter 15, Bean's Secret Cider Cellar. It starts off with Mr. Fox and Badger kind of picking the cement from the wall and taking out a brick. Now, as soon as they take it out, a head pops out. Blink! Hey! It shrieks, "Hey! Get out of here!" And it's Rat. Rat, I don't know if you call him their friend, but he's been gone. And they find he's been hiding in Bean's secret cider cellar. And Rat is trying to tell Badger and Fox to get out of there. And he's like, this is my place. This is where I have my secret stash. Go away. And Mr. Fox smiles. And he says, "Oh, Rat, I'm so hungry. If you don't move, I will eat you in one bite." And Mr. Rat goes, "Ee!" And he runs away. So they open up the rest of the bricks. They take out a few more so they can crawl in. And they crawl in there and... there's nothing. There's no turkeys. There's no food. "Foxy, what are we doing in here?" Badger and even the littlest fox say. And Mr. Fox says, "Look closely. We're here for something more special than the turkeys." And they get closer and they see these big glass jars of cider. Now, this isn't like cider that's a soda, like a cola or root beer or something like that. This is cider, we call it hard cider, which is has some alcohol in it for moms and probably mostly dads. It's like some kind of liquor, wine, whiskey, kind of like this flavor. Oh man, I hate that stuff. But the littlest fox, he takes a little sip because he thinks it's probably like 7-Up or Sprite or apple cider. There's another one, which is like apple juice. Woo-wee! Woo-wee! And Mr. Fox looks at him. And he's like, "Whoa, Dad, this is some strong cider." And he takes some more. And Mr. Fox goes over there. "Hey, that's enough of that. Don't drink any more of that." Mr. Fox drinks some. "Oh, whoo, that's good." And Badger drinks some. Now, as they're looking at which glasses or which bottles to get, they hear, "Hey, go get some more cider from the cellar. Mr. Bean wants more cider." "Okay, Mom, I'm going." Someone's coming, and they all hide. Now, in this next chapter, a woman comes down into the cellar, walks down, and Mr. Fox and his son and Badger all are hiding behind one jar, shaking. And the woman starts looking around for the cider. "Ma'am, how many bottles do you think Mr. Bean will want today?" He says, "Oh, he'll want 3 bottles or 2 bottles. Yesterday he drank 4 bottles. Yesterday was different. He just needs 2 or 3 today." "Okay." And this is Mrs. Bean, Mr. Bean's wife. So the other ladies runs around and gets the cider bottles right next to Mr. Fox. And there's maybe cider bottle, Mr. Fox, Badger, and his son. And so the lady takes one. And then she says, "Ma'am, do you think they got that fox yet? Mr. Bean promised me the fox's tail." And then the wife says, "Oh, that tail got all shot up. It's gone now." And the lady's like, "Oh, I really wanted that tail." And she said, "Well, you can have his head. So just get that cider. Let's go." She says, "Do you think he wants 2 or 3?" "I don't care. Just bring up the cider." "Okay, just 2." So here's 1, here's 2, and right here is Mr. Fox, Badger, and his son. If she takes 3, they're going to get discovered. But she just takes 2, and she starts walking up and, "Ma'am, there's a rat in here. I can smell a rat again." "Okay, then get the rat poison." "All right." And so she goes up the stairs. Immediately when she's gone, Rat says, "Look what you guys did. You almost got us caught. Now you get out of here. This is my special place. You go away." And Mr. Fox says, "Okay, we're out of here. But hey, Rat, didn't you hear? She's going to poison you. You need to get out of here." And Rat says, "No, I sit up here all day and I just look and watch her put that poison around. I'm not going to get poisoned, but you guys get out of here. This is my secret spot." All right. They take a barrel or a jug each and they run away. And that's how it ends. So, vocabulary. The first word here is pitch. Rat says, "This is my pitch." And this is kind of like his tent or his camp. When you're going camping, we use the word pitch a tent. It's like put up a tent. So in the old times, you can say, "This is my pitch. This is my home area. My tent is here, my little campfire, maybe some other things. Like, this is my camping spot. This is my pitch." And that's what Rat says. Hop it. I haven't heard this expression before. I believe Fox says it to Rat. But it just is like stop it or quit. But yeah, I've never heard that. Hop. Hop is like a jump. So maybe get to it, move quickly, or something. Could be like that. Banquet. Mr. Fox is making a feast for his friends, okay, which is a lot of food. A banquet is a little fancier than a feast. It feels a little bit more, yes, this banquet is fantastic, my dear. Okay, a little bit more rich sounding. And so this jugs of cider, which is going to be like the wine for their meal, is going to make their feast into a banquet, something nice. Homebrewed. This word I threw in here for a few reasons, because it's actually really common in today's speech for several reasons. If you think about like a phone, cell phone, or maybe Nintendo Switch, something like that. These days, people are putting their own programs on here. This is an Android phone, or maybe Apple. But there are some groups that make their own program to put on an Apple phone that's not Apple. Or they make their own program like Android, but it's different, and they put that on their phone. We call those homebrews, with an S, homebrews. And there's many different kinds, for computers, for games, all sorts of different things, kind of programs people made in their home. Now this comes from this idea of people making alcohol or liquor in their home. Brewing is to like make a liquid or soup or alcohol, and they brew it at their home. A place that makes alcohol or like beer, we can call it a brewery or a distillery, like that. So a brewery, they homebrew and they make their own liquor or alcohol or beer. And this is becoming really popular these days. People are creating their own beer at home and making their own kind of beer to their own flavor. It's becoming really popular amongst young college students kind of these days. So this expression, home brewed, and that's what Bean has all over his warehouse, his special home brewed cider. Tilting is leaning side to side, or leaning in one way. Tilt, maybe you're holding a plate and you're carrying it to the table and it's kind of like this. And your mom says, "Whoa, you're tilting your plate." And you balance it. Brute, a big, strong muscle head. I am strong. So Rat calls Mr. Fox and Badger brutes, mostly because they're just so big. Because we know they're really smart. But Rat calls them brutes because they're so big and tough, and they push him away. Pricked. This picture here is really good. This fox's ears, blink, are pricked. When they hear the sound of the people talking upstairs, their ears, bing, go up. Right? You can just imagine a rabbit or a fox or a dog putting their ears up. And that means up, strong, in a sharp point. If we have a needle, I can prick my finger on that needle. But I can also prick up my ears. Peering is looking strongly. So they're kind of leaning over the jug. The woman's in there, and they're peering off the side to see what the woman's doing and what she's doing. Quivering, oh Dad, are we safe? Shaking. Could be from cold, could be from fear, but that quick shaking. Nabbed is grab. She nabbed 2 bottles of the cider. Or I think Mr. Fox nabbed 1, Badger nabbed 1, and the small fox nabbed a bottle of cider. Okay, discussion question here. What would you do if you were Rat? Okay, someone just says they're gonna bring some poison in here to kill you, and you decide, Rat decides to stay. Okay, but he knows where the poison is, so he feels pretty strong and confident. What would you do if you were Rat? And there's a bunch of different options you have here. I'm not going to give you any ideas, but we'll talk about it when we get together. Of course, please make your own discussion question. That is all the time that we have for today. But thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Book Club Preview. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hey, if you have any questions about the video today, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. If you had any other vocabulary words that you wanted to know what they meant, let me know. And also, if you're interested in maybe joining one of these book clubs, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.